We all have our own personal views of reality. Over the years, I've always preferred to think we live in kind of a magical place. And I'm not talking about hurricanes or politics or wars. I'm talking about your personal experience in reality. When you open your mind to certain thoughts, you become aware of things like coincidences. I can't count the times that I begun to do something and it does seem as if I'm being helped in some way. And the way I've always explained it is that it's like being inside of an interactive reality, an interactive game, if you want, that when you act, the world acts with you so long as your heart and soul are in the right place. When you want the kind of things that work out for you and others. The idea that you can actually help make the world a better place. Now, here Cyril Connolly shares his point of view. The coincidences I talked about, Wolfgang Pauli and Carl Jung, two Pulitzer Prize winners, or Nobel Prize winners, excuse me, formulated the idea of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that are built into our reality, whatever this reality is. And Elon Musk, the guy behind Tesla and SpaceX and the Boring Company and Hyperloop, and the guy is a whirlwind of innovation and inspiration. He estimated the odds that we were within a simulation. The reality is actually a simulation that someone has placed us inside of. Maybe this guy, not Cyril, but what he's alluding to. Who knows? All I know is that when you open your mind to the idea of coincidence, when you focus on something and think about it, you're going to notice it all around you. And of course, there are scientific papers that explain this phenomenon away with once you become aware, you then recognize what has been around you all the time. Now, amongst all of these explanations, I find that one to be the least inspiring. Maybe it's true, but it certainly isn't exciting. And your own personal perspective is how you make life exciting. We're in a situation. How do you respond to it? I look for magic. What do you look for? So the idea that if I say, hey, patterns, I'm going to show you how to make patterns next week. And patterns, I'm going to say, are all around you. They're on clothing. They're on wrapping paper, on bags. You're going to see patterns everywhere. Who knows? Maybe they're on your shoes or your purse or your backpack. If you think about this and you recognize that patterns are repeating elements that are fairly easy to make and lots of fun to use. Hey, you're going to see patterns everywhere you go. And that doesn't mean it's magical. It doesn't mean someone's trying to help you. But as soon as you realize that patterns are pretty easy to make, because this pattern right here was made with just these two objects. That's it. Bam, bam, click, set, pattern. Boom. How cool is that? And then it gets a little more complicated. But depending on your skills, you can do some really cool things with patterns. This weekend, keep your eyes open. You're going to see patterns all over the place. They're in your room. They're in your room. You never noticed. Those are patterns. So, whether or not that's magical or not, I just want you to be aware that the things we're going to be doing are going to involve objects and ideas that exist all around you in the real world. And becoming more aware of your surroundings is always a good thing. All right, it's Friday, so do something to make the world a better place, right? Have a great 3-day weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday where we have a guest speaker. Oh my goodness. Stephen Moyer is going to be here, former student, current Emmy Award winner. See you then.